Hi, my name is Matthew Neubek, and I'm an instructor at Florida Gulf Coast University. This recording is from April 7th, 2018, and I'm making this to assist my students and anyone else who wants to have a look at this video to try to help give you some ideas on how you can study for chapter tests and your final exam. There are a lot of students I've discovered out there who have made it all the way through high school and into college, and they're not sure how to study for a final exam or even a smaller chapter test. The limitations of this software that I'm using to make this video are such that if I click on something that's going to open another window, then the recording stops. So for the first part of this video, I'm going to try to stay in this window, and then I'll make some subsequent videos where we have a pop-up that gets utilized. But for starters, if I click into the ebook, we're going to have a pop-up. If I open a homework assignment, it's going to show in a new window. So that's a little bit irritating, but I want to give a shout out to McGraw-Hill. Their ConnectMath product is great, and Julie Miller and the other authors of the Intermediate Algebra book. This is their 3rd edition. It's a great book, and there are some great problems and resources in there. So one of the places that a student can go in order to get some practice problems are to go back into already completed homework assignments. Now, the homework assignments in ConnectMath, depending on when you're watching this video, you might not be able to go in and actually redo and resubmit homework problems, even if it's not for credit. The only thing you'll be able to do is go in and look at the question, the answer you submitted, maybe, and then whatever the correct answer is. But either way, you're able to access questions and answers, so you've got a built-in answer key there. And this is the instructor view, so this view is not going to match a student view exactly, but it's going to look fairly similar. Another place a student can go is into the ebook. That's going to be in a separate segment of this video because opening the ebook throws me a pop-up and I can't, and it chops up my recording. So we'll look at that later. Another place you can go is into this Resources tab. From here, there are practice problems available. You can go to this drop-down. You can pick your particular chapter. The chapter that we're just wrapping up now is chapter 6. And you can scroll down, and we're looking at operations on rational expressions, and you can click to preview that assignment. I'm pretty sure it's going to give you a pop-up. Now, there are 20 questions in there. So one of the challenges is, which one of those 20 questions am I supposed to do? And that's a tough question to answer because you don't know all of the different variety of types of questions and things that you could watch out for that would make them good practice problems. So if you can sit down with your instructor or a TA or your professor or even a tutor, maybe from your university or college, and have them help you choose some practice problems, that would be very beneficial. Otherwise, just sort of marching through them, not doing every problem, but looking for practice problems that are in there that look similar to problems that you've seen in homework assignments, similar to problems you've seen during lecture that your instructor or professor worked out for you. That way you're working on problems that are somewhat likely to show up again, whether it's on a chapter test or an exam. That's a really good strategy to have a guide, because when it gets to the point where you're working on one of these practice assignments that has 45 questions, that's going to be really overwhelming. So you need to have a strategy and a process for selecting the correct practice problems, or at least not overwhelming yourself with too many practice problems. ConnectMath also has a really great database or bank of videos that you can watch that are like little mini lectures. Again, you've got drop-downs here where you can pick your chapter and pick your section so that you're only looking at the videos that are going to be relevant to whatever section you're trying to review. Operations on rational expressions again, and these videos are titled, which is really nice. I'm afraid I don't remember, but if I click into one of these, I think it opens up another window. But the strategy for once you click on one of these videos is it's going to open up to a title page, and then the next thing that appears in the video is going to be whatever the question that the lecturer is going to work out for you. Once the question appears on the screen, pause the video. Try to work the problem out on your own. And if you get stuck while you're trying to work on the problem, then you'll go back to the video, push play, start watching, compare your work against the video's work, against that recorded lecture instructor's work, until they catch up to wherever it is that you got stuck in your own solution process. So you can use the video to sort of help you along, but the idea is that you want to stay out in front of the video so that you're remembering, or trying to remember, what it is that you're supposed to do in order to solve that type of problem. Watching the video is great. Everybody can get an A in watching a video. But what you want to be doing is practicing, recalling the process. So try to only click back into the video if you need help moving the problem along a little bit. Other than that, in the Connect software, the other two things that I want to address are the ebook and the homework problems. So I'm going to end this segment of the video, and you'll have to look for the follow-up, which I will name appropriately once I save these files. I'm not a big YouTuber. I don't make a lot of videos, so bear with me as I sort of stitch these together, and I hope this turns out to be something helpful for you. Thanks so much. See you in the next clip.